The sun rises over the Atlantic, and for a brief moment, the ocean is calm. From the volcanic cliffs beyond the Pillars of Hercules, a city reveals itself in the golden light of early morning. This is Atlantis. Not a legend whispered across centuries, but a living maritime empire at the height of its power. An island carved with intention. 3 concentric canals cut into stone. Bridges aligned with geometric precision. Limestone walls resting upon dark basalt foundations. Everything ordered, everything deliberate. As the light strengthens, the harbor begins to stir. Bronze Age ships, single-masted and heavy with timber, rock gently against stone quays. Sailcloth moves in the morning wind. Workers in linen tunics move along the docks with quiet purpose. Trade is constant here. The sea is not a boundary, it is a highway. From the harbor, we pass beneath a massive stone gate and enter the inner districts. The streets are narrow but intentional, carved from pale limestone that reflects the rising sun. Water flows along shallow channels beside the road, guided by subtle gradients engineered into the city itself. Above us rise the towers, identical in form, cylindrical, ribbed with vertical stone supports, built not for ornament but for function. Within each tower, embedded in the heart of stone, rests a crystalline core. At first glance, it appears decorative, but it is not. By late morning, the city is fully awake. Craftsmen shape bronze fittings in open workshops, clay vessels dry in the heat. Children move through the alleys between structures that have stood for generations. Yet at the center of the island, on the elevated plateau, stands the largest tower of all. We climb the wide basalt steps toward it. The air here feels different, more controlled, more deliberate. Bronze calibration rings surround the base of the structure, engraved with precise markings. These are not symbols of worship, they are instruments. Inside the chamber, sunlight enters from above through a narrow stone aperture. The beam strikes the crystalline core, and the core responds. Light refracts through natural mineral fractures, splitting into cool white-blue tones. It is not blinding, not magical. It is focused, directed, controlled. The refracted energy flows into carved channels within the stone walls, distributing illumination through hidden conduits across the city. Atlantis does not rely solely on fire. By midday, every tower across the 3 canal rings operates in quiet synchrony. The system is balanced, stable, efficient. The canals shimmer with reflected light. The limestone surfaces glow faintly with cool undertones even under the sun. From the central plateau, the symmetry of the city becomes unmistakable. 3 rings of water, stone bridges aligned along exact axes, harbor gates facing the open Atlantic. This is not accidental construction. This is applied knowledge. A maritime empire powered by geometry and light. But balance is fragile. Late in the afternoon, a subtle irregularity emerges. Within the central chamber, a bronze ring shifts slightly from alignment. The crystalline pulse flickers, so faint that only the engineers notice. They adjust a lever. The ring rotates back into place. Outside, daily life continues. The wind strengthens. Clouds gather low over the ocean horizon. The harbor water moves more sharply against the docks. Linen sails snap tighter in the rising gusts. Another tremor. This one is not mechanical. In the plaza below, shallow canal water ripples outward in concentric waves. Stone dust falls from the interior ribs of a tower. A calibration ring vibrates with a low metallic hum. The crystalline core pulses again, not steadily, not evenly. Across the city, the towers lose synchronicity. The cool white-blue glow shifts out of rhythm. In the harbor, something far more disturbing begins to unfold. The ocean withdraws. Water pulls back from the stone quays, exposed wet seabed that has not seen air in years. Ships tilt awkwardly as their hulls scrape against newly exposed rock. The wind grows stronger. Citizens turn toward the horizon. And there, far offshore, a wall of water rises. The first violent earthquake strikes without warning. The elevated plateau fractures along a deep line of stress. Limestone blocks split from basalt foundations, columns tremble, bridges crack. Inside the central tower, the bronze calibration ring slips completely out of alignment. The crystalline core surges once, brighter than it ever has before. Then it destabilizes. The tsunami slams into the volcanic cliffs with unstoppable force. Water surges through the outer canal ring, tearing wooden ships from their moorings. It rushes inward with terrifying precision, using the city's own symmetry against it. Stone bridges collapse, canal walls crumble. The second ring floods within seconds. In the central plaza, water climbs the limestone steps. Citizens scramble toward higher ground, but the elevated plateau is already failing. The core emits one final unstable pulse. A flash of cold light refracts through fractured mineral veins. Then darkness. One by one, the towers extinguish. The third canal ring vanishes beneath churning Atlantic water. The basalt foundation shifts under tectonic strain. Entire sections of the city collapse inward as the earth itself yields. The central tower fractures along its vertical ribs. Its upper section breaks apart and falls into the rising sea. By twilight, only fragments of limestone rooftops remain visible above the surface. Then those too disappear. The ocean calms faster than it destroyed. Foam settles, waves smooth. The horizon regains its quiet indifference. Below the surface, sediment begins its slow work. Broken towers rest on the seabed. Bronze rings lie twisted among fractured stone. The crystalline core, cracked and lifeless, reflects only the faintest remnant of natural light filtering down from above. The concentric canals are still visible for a time beneath suspended particles, an imprint of geometry where order once ruled. But the Atlantic is patient. By nightfall, the water is still. Under the emerging stars, nothing remains visible of the city that stood here at sunrise. No towers, no canals, no harbor. Only open ocean. And somewhere beneath it, stone, symmetry, and silence. Atlantis has not burned. It has not been erased. It has been absorbed.